Welcome back to the AfterLife server. Today, guys, we're gonna go check in on the speakeasies that we set up in the last episode because I very quickly made some changes to the place that didn't make it in the episode. But don't worry, the AfterLife members, they all know about the changes already, so let me just explain it to you guys. First of all, we're leaning heavily into the snitch mechanic. So the idea is to get more people interested, to get them to participate. I've turned it more into a little bit of a competition. So, there's now an entry fee of 1 diamond block, and so we're gonna go and check it. A lot of people seem to be super interested in it, so I'm excited to go check it out. But there's now an entry fee of 1 diamond block, and we have gotten the DSMC corporation owned by Tinkfro to agree to a diamond match. So for every person that puts in a diamond who signs up, there will be another diamond block added to the thing. So every person who signs up is 2 diamond blocks to the pot. First person to reach the netherite trophy, right? The last one, the 2400 days. First person to reach that wins. Now, at this point in time, I'm not sure if they're going to win 100% of it or if they're going to win 75% of it. And second place, whoever's the next closest would get the next. I'm probably going to do it that way, but you know, we came in, I set it up, I got this set up as we can see. There we go, we got Tinks. Oh, Tinks actually has his day on it too. Puffingfish has signed up last I heard, but he signed up right before. Yeah, he signed up right before. So I need to add Tinks to the book. So we're gonna add Tinks' name. And I know it sounds like Kafers is interested. Kyle is kind of flirting with the idea. So I'm thinking we're gonna add a little stipulation that you can have the mic part off, right? You can have the mic part off, and so it kind of works in the sense, right? If somebody comes up and they're like, "Hey Kyle, what's going on?" And then you see in chat Kyle goes, "Oh, nothing much." Then obviously he's listening. Obviously he has it on. But some people like Kyle and King Z and technically even myself have families, and you can hear them talking sometimes, and some members aren't super comfortable with that. So I think we're gonna add that little stipulation. If you're not feeling super comfortable, you can leave the mic part off and then turn it on if you feel like chatting when somebody comes up to you. But really, you could sign up now, and you just have to have the this one, the voice chat. That way you can hear people. So it will still require people have their headphones on at least, probably most of the time. But there we go. Yeah, let's add Tinkfro's name to the list, and then Spike like, oh, the Broken's on the server. What's up, Broken? Hi. Yeah, we're gonna add Tinkfro in the actual book itself, and then yeah, then we can go from there. I want to work on a Chocobo farm, and by extension, also the roads again. I'll probably lay down the cobblestone today because the cobblestone should not take 3 weeks, like smoothing the path did. So let's get to it. Oh, and in case you're wondering, it does move fast. 9684, right? So we're at 9684. We're gonna push done, and if we look at the F3, we're already at 9755. So we're only 29 days away from me winning my first trophy. Now, because this is a server, the days will just keep ticking up, which is why I considered changing the days on this. Which, if I'm gonna change them, I'm gonna change them today. You'll find out in this episode if I do change them. But netherite is 2400 days. That's 16 and a half real life days if everybody sleeps every 10 minutes, right? So every 10 minutes, the night is skipped, which tends to have, if there's somebody on the server, the night does usually get skipped. So 16 and a half days, and that's the server running. Like, people don't even have to be on the server. So I might change this. I might double this up and make it, it would be 32, 33 days to double these, which is a month on the server. That might, yeah, we might do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that right now. There, just like that. So I effectively just doubled everything. And I wasn't gonna do this at first, but it didn't occur in my brain that that the days will keep ticking on the server, regardless of having any players on the server. So this will just help it to last longer, give people more time to actually get on the server and join us. So I'm going to let them know in the Discord that I've adjusted the numbers. Shouldn't be a big deal, and should allow for more players to actually have time to come in and experience it. So this last weekend, I was doing some Minecraft streaming over on the Twitch, and we started to lay out kind of a foundation of a Chocobo farm. And so just to have a quick little top-down view, you can kind of see we have a little bit of a ring going around. And this, I'm envisioning this as being kind of like a racetrack of sorts. So you can bring out your Chocobo, you can run around with it. Maybe we'll put some obstacle course stuff out here. So you're testing the jump height, you're testing the speed, all at the same time. So we got a little track out here. And then right here, it opens up and becomes a big rectangle. And, I think we're going to keep a bunch of Chocobos in here. So if I park this guy, we could take a look at the rest of the Chocobos. Now, these horses are not accurate to what the signs are going to say. But I wanted to have all the colors out and have a sign associated with them for mental reference, and so you guys can also see. So if we start here at the bottom, right, horses, which are now Chocobos, have 3 stats on them. They have speed, jump height, and health. So they have 3 stats. And so I was like, what would it be like? How cool would it be if every colored Chocobo just represented a kind of trait, a specific trait, or a combination of traits? So, with that in mind, we take our yellow Chocobo, who's supposed to be like the common Chocobo, right? This is the one that, like, if you're running around in the games, right, you would find a yellow Chocobo. You wouldn't actually typically ever run into other color Chocobos. I don't actually think that's possible. You'd only ever run into yellow ones. So, by default, they are the worst. You have to breed them up, train them up to make them better, and you can get other colors out of them. So, yellow Chocobo, speed, low, jump, low, health, low. What does that mean? That means if we open this up, all 3 of their stats should be in the red. And I know all 3 stats can be in the red. I just don't know the exact range that equals red, gray, or green. So, yellow Chocobo, the worst. Then we have green Chocobo, whose speed is high, and the jump and health can be mid or low, right? So these can actually be, they can be gray or red. So if we look at him, he's got green for his speed, so he's a fast Chocobo, and he's gray on the other one. So this is actually a perfect green Chocobo. Beautiful green Chocobo. Oh yeah, you jump ready. And then we look at red, and red represents health, with the others being low. And so we have a Chocobo that represents that very well. Then we have blue, whose jump height is supposed to be the best one, and we do have that here. And then moving on, it gets a little more tricky. So orange, who's a new Chocobo color, we made this on stream. I added a new color, so we could cover all the bases, right? 3 Chocobos cover 1 good trait, 1 Chocobo covers all bad traits. So 3 Chocobos each need to cover 2 of the 3, because there's 3 combinations where you have 2 out of the 3. So we needed another one. So if we look at this Chocobo, he's got the speed, but he doesn't have the other one, which I believe is supposed to be health. So yeah, the health one on this should also be green. Fortunately, we don't have that here. For the black one, it's jump and health. So those should both be really good. It's got one of them, not the other. And then the white Chocobo is speed and jump. This will probably be the most common Chocobo, I would imagine, right? The health isn't the most important thing, but speed and jump together is huge. This one's almost faster than my green Chocobo, but it's got really low. In fact, my green Chocobo is more suited to be a white Chocobo than this white one is. This one's actually closer suited to being a green one. And then, of course, we have the gold Chocobo, who in the game of Final Fantasy, gold Chocobos usually have all abilities of all other Chocobo colors, so of course, all 3 of these stats should be green. Now, when it comes to breeding and horse mechanics, it's pretty difficult, and the game is very challenging to make these, to get multiple good traits. To get multiple good traits on a single horse/Chocobo is actually incredibly difficult. Very difficult. So I don't actually know if it's possible to get a gold Chocobo just yet. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna hop into the creative world and I'm gonna finish designing this area so we can bring it over in here, build it on camera, and then we can start the breeding process, because I'm sure there's lots to learn about the breeding process. Okay, so I just spent the better part of yesterday collecting materials, and I think this is probably best done as a third-person time lapse. We'll probably talk over it though, but yeah, we're gonna talk over it. So let's just roll it. Okay, so I built this in a creative world because this was ginormous actually. So I'm basing this loosely off of a picture of the Chocobo farm from Final Fantasy VII. However, you can only see the front face of that barn, which is really annoying. So you don't really know how deep it is. You don't know the details on the side. You can't even really see what materials the roof are made out of. So I went ahead, I added a bunch of pens in there that I thought would be a good number for working with, and then I decided to build the barn around that. So hopefully the interior is going to be doing a good enough job for what we need. There is a second story. I don't really know what we're going to use the second story for exactly. It might turn into like a giant extra storage thing, but there is still something we need to add to the back of this. It isn't big enough to house 1,000,000 chocobos, and that's a problem. Why is that a problem? Well, okay, so let's run through this mentally, right? So we need to breed chocobos together to get the desired traits from them. We are going to end up, likely, with a lot of horses that don't have traits that we want. And it's not guaranteed that they're going to fall in line specifically with something that we want. So we're going to end up with some spares. Additionally, we do want to kind of build up a stock of each chocobo color with the right stats. And you may be noticing right away that having one of each chocobo is about, it's a little under half of the total pens in here. Maybe just about half, but pretty close to, I think they're just under half the total pens. And so if that's the case, I mean, we're looking at 2 of each color with some of them being 3 of each color. That's not enough. We're gonna need more. I anticipate people are gonna be wanting to buy these. Additionally, if you guys remember the map from episode or 2 ago, how not everyone's connected to the mainlands for the road system? Well, I want to make little barns, effectively little stables, at each of the docking stations and have horses there for people to use. We're gonna shift gears and make them chocobos, obviously, because chocobos are the best. So with that in mind, we're gonna not only need chocobos for breeding, chocobos we're gonna end up not actually needing, we're also gonna need chocobos that we can park at places permanently. We might even need chocobos for, say anybody wants to do an event. How cool would it be if I could just be like, yeah, I can donate 20, 30 horses or chocobos to this event, and then they just kind of stay parked there permanently. So chocobos are they're gonna be a pretty big deal. So we're gonna need a bit more space. So I'm thinking off the back side of the barn area, we're gonna make just another little overhang with some really large pens for overflow. And I think that's gonna be a thing. I think we're gonna be largely overflowed. Now, what I'm doing here is I want to work on the roads. We've been talking about the roads for a long time. But as the fall season comes up, there is an area that we're looking at to do a fall festival area with. Not necessarily Halloween, but it would technically also encompass Halloween. So to make sure that we're prepared for it, I need to build the roads around it ASAP, which is here, starting here. So I need to do this road, and then the area is going to be from this road in to the left, right? So all of this area, all the way up to where it meets up there, which is quite a long ways, to be honest. It's the road that meets right by GPs and KBs and BPs, Broken Pixel. And the other road is by Spawn. So the other road is at Spawn, that bridge past Hubone's place. I don't know if we saw that on camera or not, but that one goes up to Broken Pixels. so that this entire section is technically open and free for possible fall seasonal stuff. It's gonna be intense. Like right now, like the word on the Discord is effectively everything inside those roads that I've just outlined, plus we're gonna snapshot all of it with the Lightmatica, paste it into our creative test world. We're gonna do massive terraforming potentially. This might be way ahead, like it's possible a lot of this doesn't actually happen, but that's kind of what's going to my head right now. But massive terraform on the test world and then bring it back over here to effectively turn this whole area into a fall area. You know, get the different color leaves going, oranges, yellows, rolling hills, wheat fields, pumpkin patches, all over the place, just this massive area. And it sounds like an absolute blast to me. So I need to work on the roads. See, I told you this was going to be faster. Look how close we are to Broken's place. That's Broken's place. We're so close. This took, I'm going to say, it's definitely under an hour. For sure under an hour. I got most of this done watching a Mumbo Jumbo video, which was 20 minutes long. So we're probably looking at between 30 and 40 minutes. I was able to get most of the cobblestone done for the main road. So I got the entire branch going up to the crossroads done, and then I got at least halfway to Broken's. Yeah, maybe a little further than halfway to Broken's. So I ran out of cobblestone, so I'm gonna need to go back and get some cobblestone. But as for like the rest of this road, honestly, I think I might be able to get it done. Especially if I do a off-camera building like what I was doing on it, I probably could have the entirety of that road complete by the end of this episode. So if we just do a really sneaky little super cut here, oh, don't walk into the lava. That's not good. So we do a little sneaky super cut. We might just be done with this road right now. Actually, no. That was a joke. I'm definitely not done with it, but we have done the entire cobblestone work on all the roads, right? So we are at spawn, cobblestone road, you can see. It goes all the way to Broken's place. It connects from Broken's to the intersection between Broken's GPs and KBs / Kenny's. And then it takes the road all the way back up. And as you know, the main road it's connected to is complete and is connected up over here. So my plan now is to get my hands on some maps, which I think I can do between episodes, and just map out the areas. And hopefully, because it might not work, but hopefully you'll be able to see all of the cobblestone roads, and hopefully they don't overlap or anything, because I'm gonna have to make them really big because it's a huge area. But hopefully you'll be able to see all the roads, and I can take a screenshot and I can share it on the Discord so everyone has a really solid idea of the area so they know what to look for. That's my plan. Anyway, let's check the speakeasy, see if anybody new has signed up, and see if Puff has made a payment or not. See, we got Justin L. Okay, with day 9880, and then we're gonna look in the book. And wasn't Puff signed up? I feel like Puff was signed up. Maybe he took his name out of the book. I thought Puff was. I'm gonna have to check the last video to see. Anyway, yeah, looking good. I think everyone's in here. They got their things done. Now the only thing that we're missing is more players. If we go ahead and we look at the day, you'll notice it is now day 9,960. So anything that is 9,760 and below has earned a badge, which means myself and Tinkfro have earned the bronze badge. So we will deliver that to him in the next episode, and you know, we might also be making a second delivery to him depending on how long it takes the next episode to get out. Yeah. Oh, okay, you're coming in here. But guys, I think apart from delivering trophies and stuff, I think that's gonna have to be it for today's episode. If you didn't know, then you should know by now. I've been playing a lot of other games here on the channel, a lot of Guild Wars, and I have started playing a game called Grounded again. I played it around this time last year when it came out, and there's been a lot of updates. There's now a boss in the game. It's very Minecraft-like. There's crafting, it's survival, you have to make sure you're eating food, you have to sleep, you have to drink water to survive, and the premise is, you're tiny. You are about the size of an ant. And things like spiders are horrifyingly terrifying in the game, and everything's trying to kill you, and you can build bases. It's a lot of fun. If you guys have not seen it on my channel, which I'm sure most of you probably have, but if you didn't know, there is a new series going on with the Shroom and Doom update. It's a lot of fun. Please go check it out. I'm very excited about it. Between that and Guild Wars, I can basically get 2 videos out a day to you guys. With this Minecraft being sprinkled in, taking the place of one of those things. Lots of stuff, lots of content for you guys. Like, I'm going all out. Be sure to check out the links in the description down below. We got Patreon, we got Discord. Join me on my Discord. We can talk. It's really fun. I ask you guys for a lot of your opinions there. That's gonna be it. Leave a like if you like, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in the next one.